Am I the a-hole for hiding my saving from my fiancé? I recently got engaged to my fiancé after 2 years of dating and told her we should probably start looking at houses. She told me that we didn't have the money for a deposit on a mortgage, but I personally have a lot of money in savings. It's a little bit more than $160,000. My girlfriend was initially just shocked because it is a lot of money for a 24-year-old to have saved. I've been extremely lucky in life. After a couple of days she began to be annoyed at me. She felt like I was hiding this from her. I told her that I didn't hide it from her. I was just raised to not talk about personal finances with anyone other than someone you're married to, and I figured engaged is close enough that I'm happy to talk to her about it. I also said that I had actually used these savings to help her before. I've paid her rent a few times when she couldn't and paid a couple $1,000s for her dog to get surgery. She was still quite angry and has been giving me the silent treatment for the past day. My parents don't see the problem, duh. Her parents understand my perspective but think I should have told her when we moved in together last year. None of our friends know because I don't feel comfortable talking about it with them. I've already asked her if we can talk about it when she's ready, and she just said she'd let me know when she was. I don't think this is relationship ending, but I know she probably wants me to admit I was wrong. I don't think I've done anything wrong. So I'm asking you guys more so out of curiosity for what others think. Am I the a-hole for not sharing this info early on? Here are the top comments, plus OP reply.
Not the a-hole, and for the love of God, do not marry her without a prenuptial agreement. Don't say you haven't been warned.
This right here up. She's pissed because she's thinking of what she could have been doing with that money. Don't marry without a prenup.
To be the devil's advocate, it could be the opposite. It's possible she feels guilty or disappointed in herself for not having nearly as much set aside for big expenses like he does, and isn't ready to talk because she's too embarrassed of herself.
For real, she got engaged to him thinking he did not have money. That does not make her a gold digger.
Yes, providing a couple of grand, likely without much notice, for her dog's surgery is the sort of thing that shouldn't have passed without some comment or discussion despite the obvious distraction of concern for her dog. Her assertion that we didn't have the money for a deposit on a mortgage sounds like she thought she knew there wasn't money. But if she really thought that, then the previous gifts would have been a lot to get from him. So how did previous conversations about money go? Might she be reacting to having previously thought that his past generosity were big sacrifices for him, and she's now rethinking those situations and how OP presented them?
My fiancé and I have started talking about everything, and I'm reading back over this post by myself just to see what everyone said. This comment is actually a big part of where I think our communication broke down. When it came to helping her with things I always told her it wasn't a big deal, which I thought was me telling her I had the money and it wasn't harming me financially. She took it as me downplaying it to stop her from worrying. I never directly communicated that I wasn't going to be put out by doing those things, and that's 100% on me for being so flippant, because I had all the information. My statements meant one thing to me, but I entirely failed to consider what it looked like to someone without that information.